So hey my YouTubers and everyone in the world, today is April the 5th. The time is now 4:27 p.m. So today was a rainy Friday all day, guys. If you're new to my channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below and that notification bell so you can see more of me. Now today's topic is going to be quite interesting and it was highly requested. We're going to discuss 9 easy tips on how to become famous. Now, a lot of people have this notion that they want to be famous and things of that nature, and I'm here to help you guys get it right. So, the first easy tip on how to become famous is decide how famous you want to be. Do you want to be known, by thousands of people? Do you want to be known by hundreds of thousands of people? Do you want to be known by millions of people? It all depends on how famous you want to be. So you have to decide, how big do you want your name to be? Do you want everybody to know who you are? So that's easy tip number 1. Easy tip number 2 on how to become famous, guys, is think about the problems in life and provide solutions for these problems. That's one way to really become famous. If you're doing something like, for example, what Martin Luther King was doing, being a motivational speaker, motivating people, giving them that strength and that power to understand that they have rights, things like that is very, very important. And trust me, you'll be helping so many different lives. So if you guys have, like I said before, if you guys know like problems that we face on a day-to-day basis and you come up with a solution that might have worked for you, 9 out of 10 it could work for someone else too. So we just need you to share that information, and you never know how far that information could go, because word of mouth is a very powerful tool. Easy tip number 3 on how to become famous, guys, is help as many people as you possibly can. I feel like one of the things that I've learned in life is when you help someone, you help yourself. When you help someone else with their problem, it's like you're helping yourself with that problem as well, or a problem that's similar to that problem. So at the end of the day, guys, help as many people in the world as you possibly can. Not necessarily giving up money all the time, but it could just be a listening ear. It could be something motivational. You could create something that could help other people in their walks of life. Like, it's so many different ways to help people, but let's start helping each other more than anything, because that's very, very important in life. Easy tip number 4 on how to become famous, guys, is be generous in a unique way. Like, be unique, be different, and embrace it. Not everyone is the same, and none of us should try to be like anyone else but ourselves. So like I said before, guys, if you are a very nice person and sometimes people, don't understand why you're so nice, that's okay. People don't have to understand why you are the way you are. As long as it works for you and you feel like you're coming from a good heart when you do things for yourself and other people, that's all that matters. Be generous as you possibly can. Be nice and unique. Be nice if you want to. Be who you want to be, because that's what makes the world so much better. And sometimes, believe it or not, people just gravitate towards you because of, your attitude being positive, or because you have this character about yourself that people like. Like me, for example, I'm a bubbly type of girl. Even when I'm not in like the best of moods, I'm still a bubbly person, and I'm still respectful and unique, and I still have a sense of humor that helps me get through so many different character building moments. So like I said before, being yourself and being generous and unique is definitely a plus, because that makes you stand out. Easy tip number 5 on how to become famous, guys, is work on a world record. You could do something that someone did years ago and they became famous for it, but you could probably do it better with practice. I mean, you just never know. It's so many different ways to become famous if this is something that you seriously want to do. Easy tip number 6 on how to become famous, guys, is audition for a reality TV show. That, to me, I feel like is definitely something that a lot of men and women have done, and they still are doing to this day. You never know. You might get that part that you've been looking forward to, or you might get something better. You just got to put yourself out there and see what works for you, because things could turn out a lot better than you thought they would. Easy tip number 7 on how to become famous, guys, is to post silly videos online. Like, Post pranks online. A lot of people love to see pranks, especially if it's really funny and the way that people react and how they caught off guard. It's just so entertaining. If you find ways to entertain people, then the word of mouth is going to get around. Oh, you heard about such and such? Yeah, this, and that. You should watch the video and you should share it. And next thing you know, you going viral just like that. So you just got to keep on keeping on. Easy tip number 8 on how to become famous, guys, is become creative with hashtagging. Now, honestly speaking, I feel like this is like a golden one because hashtagging is so popular right now online, on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook. Hashtagging is it. So if you find hashtags that most people would search for, that's another way to gain exposure online. It's a smart way too. Easy tip number 9 on how to become famous, guys, is participate in something bigger than yourself. I feel like if you are a part of like some type of organization that's well known, or you're a part of, some type of book club or just something bigger than yourself, and you actually put in some work, that's a great way for you to become famous, especially if you're doing something for a good cause and you're trying to come up with solutions to help, other people around the world. That's one of the fastest ways to become famous. I'm not going to say it's easy because it is a lot of work that you have to put in, but if you really want to be famous, then you have to be willing to go all out and do what you got to do to make it happen. Now, easy tip number 10. Easy tip number 10 is going to be do a documentary. If you're good at recording things, if you're good at, taking pictures, if you're good at telling stories, if you're good at being entertaining, then you can always do a documentary of some sort, something that you're passionate about that you feel like other people might want to hear. Like they got the documentary on Tupac, and they got the documentary on Biggie, and now they have the documentary on, someone else that just recently passed away. But the point of the matter is, if you do something like that and it's entertaining, it has action in it, you're telling a story, you coming up with solutions to the problems in that documentary, that's going to be intriguing to people. That's going to catch people's eye, and they're going to be like, whoa, who's this person? Well, let me do my research. I like how they did that, So honestly speaking, this is going to be our bonus tip on how to become famous, guys. Our bonus tip for today is never give up. And when I say never give up, I mean never. You got to understand something. If you're really trying to become famous, you got to be persistent and you got to have a lot of patience. But most of all, you got to keep going. Even if you don't see something, turn around immediately, it doesn't mean that what you're doing is not going to work. It just means that you might need to switch up the things that you're doing, or you might need to go a little bit harder. At the end of the day, this is how I see it. What you put in is what you're going to get out. So I hope that those 10 tips that I gave you guys helped to open up your eyes on how to become famous. And me personally, I feel like if you do stuff to get your face out there, to get your voice out there, to get people to see that you exist and you're here, at some point in time, the universe is going to give you exactly what you're asking for. That's why my first question to you guys was, how famous do you want to be? But like I always say, guys, like, comment, subscribe, and share. And of course, visit my website at shoploveronline.com. Until next time, guys, peace.